Buen fin de semana, bye, cuídense. Bye.
Hello, everyone. Good morning. Hello. Thank you so much for being here. I see that many people are already connected. Well, let me tell you that we got like a lot of people who have enrolled to this webinar. So thank you so much for taking the time to be here. And let me introduce myself. If you don't already know me, my name is Ana Figueroa. I'm a consultant at Richmond Publishing. We're gonna have a session. We're gonna have a session on Richmond Spiral. Hello, everyone. Thank you for the greetings. For those who are typing on the message center or on the chat. So I see there are people from Cancun, from Ecuador, from different places, and I really appreciate your being here. So, well, I'm Ana Figueroa from Mexico, and we're gonna have this webinar that is about using our resources, using our class resources on Richmond Spiral. So I want to begin by telling you how the session is gonna be carried out so that we all know the way in which we're going to be working today, and that's going to allow us to make the best of our time. So the idea is to have the first 50 minutes to present. I'm going to be speaking for the first part of the session. And I'd like you to send your questions if you have any. This is not a troubleshooting session for Spiral or anything like that. So I'm gonna look at the chat towards the end of the session, and in the last 10 minutes, I'm gonna check your questions, and I'm gonna choose some that I consider the most relevant ones, and I'm gonna answer them. All right. I'm gonna leave you with my email anyway, so that if you have further questions, you can contact me there. All right. So thank you so much for being here. I see there are people from Zacatecas, from Paraguay, from El Salvador, from Tlaxcala in Mexico. So, wow, this is the first time I've had like such international audience. All right, so thank you so much for being here, and we are going to begin. Let me begin by sharing my screen. All right. So I hope that you can see it right now. This is my screen. By the way, we can be in touch as you have been doing it through the question area or here in the chat too. Okay. So this is the way in which we can be in touch. All right. And okay, here we have our beautiful Richmond spiral, right? And this session is focused mainly on using our class resources, as I've already said. So the first thing I'd like to know, and in this for this one, I'd like you to answer in the chat or in the question section, is which series do you use? Because I suppose that there are people. Well, I mean, I suppose that there are users of lots of different series. We have a lot of our offer on Spiral is large, so I'd like you to tell me what you use. So we have well, for example, some people use series that we don't have in Mexico, such as Young Achievers. Some others have Achievers, Cool Kids, Awesome, Thumbs Up. There is someone who has Compass and Dine on Me. I'm sorry to tell you this, but there's nothing for those two in Spiral. Stopwatch, yes. Skyrocket, yes. Thumbs Up, yes. Okay, very good. So thank you for letting me know, because that's important for the session, so that I can give you a little bit more of guidance and advice. So something that you're going to notice today, or that you're going to find out today, is that not all the series have the same resources online. Some series have more things, some series have fewer things, all right? So we will have to work with what we have, of course, right? And as you can see, there's a second question here. And the second question aims at knowing if you know which resources from your series are found on Richmond Spiral, because as you know, not only can you upload your own resources, but also you have been provided with, or some resources have already been uploaded. So do you know? Have you had the chance to explore what you have in your series? I don't know if you had that chance to check the resources that you have online. All right. For Dynamic, sorry, we don't have much on Richmond Spiral. Okay, so if you haven't checked that, I'm gonna take a time when I log on to Richmond Spiral to show some of the things that you have in your platform. All right. For Tipitos, we don't have anything on Richmond Spiral either. So, well, thank you for letting me know anyway. And well, so later on, we explore a little bit on the things that you have on the platform. But before we do that, I want to show you this slide. I want to show you the specific section where you can find your resources. I hope that you are already familiar with using Spiral. Somebody's saying here that they couldn't listen. There are no resources for Compass in Richmond Spiral. Compass has its own platform. That's why there's nothing. Yeah, if you use Compass, this might not be useful for you. Sorry about that. Sorry to tell you. All right, so in Richmond Spiral, we have, as you can see, our on this slide, I am looking at Cool Kids resources right now. And when you access, you will see this in a moment, but just for you to know beforehand, when you access to the book, you will find 3 tabs, as you can see right here. We have the study materials tab. We have the gradebook and the resources. So it is in the resources tab where you will be able to find different materials. As we have already mentioned, you will find different things from Achievers, different things for Awesome, different things for Cool Kids, Skyrocket, Thumbs Up, even for Young Achievers that is not used in Mexico. All right. So what I want you to see here is that for every single thing that we have in this resources area, we have a little lock on the right side. So everybody can see this gray lock, right? That lock is, you just need to click on it. And as soon as you click on it, this will happen. Imagine that I clicked on the first one. So this little orange icon that we have right here is gonna be, well, it means that you're already sharing that with your class. Of course, this means that you will be sharing it with children who have already enrolled in your group or in your class. Okay. All right. Another thing that you can see here on the left side, and this is something very important, is the main folders. You can see that it reads folders, and we have a Cool Kids folder that is open. That's why the little triangle is pointing downwards, right? So this is open. This is what I have for Cool Kids, and I can share everything. I can share it all right? I can even share the exams. So I don't know if that is bad or good. Probably it's good for the situation that we are undergoing right now, but you can also share the exams if there were exams for your series, that is, of course, or if you upload an exam, that is part of what we are also gonna be checking. All right. So the second folder that we have here, this is especially for primary series. We have a folder with Richmond cartoons. So on the platform on Spiral, you will be able to see the Richmond cartoons videos in primary. And in this folder, you will find some worksheets to practice for either Cambridge or for TOEFL-like exercises with Cool Kids. All right. So If you don't if you don't have an accountant Spiral, well, I mean, to use Spiral, yes, you need to have an account for Spiral. If you don't have one, contact your sales representative so that he can ask for your code if you didn't get it with your book. If you're using Crickets, there is nothing for Crickets on Richmond Spiral. Crickets has its own website. Please write me an email towards the end of the session when I give you my email so that I can tell you which is the website and how you can register. All right? Okay. So, well, let's take a look at what we have next. Here, like most of the series or many series like Thumbs Up, Skyrocket, Cool Kids, not the ones for Achievers or Awesome. For those ones, we have different materials that in one moment we check and I tell you more. But for many series, we have flashcards and posters that we can share with our students. So in these days that we are not physically there with our students, I was thinking of some things, of some tasks that you could probably have your students work on. All right. So here we have, for example, for the flashcards, a very simple activity that they can do is copy the words. Yes, I know it's really simple, but copying is something that helps them to get the correct spelling of the words. It's rote memory, right? But it's still necessary, no matter how modern civilization is nowadays. we still have to memorize things. I repeat, if you need to get a Richmond Spiral code, contact your sales representative, please. He or she will be the one able to provide you with it. Okay. All right. Well, just let me reply to all right, sorry. The thing is that I'm sending messages on the chat. There is a little insect over here. All right. Beep has nothing also on Spiral. Sorry about that. Not all the series have access to Spiral. Okay, well, another activity that you could have your students do is to look up for the definitions and look up for the words in the dictionary, and they can listen to the pronunciation and they can repeat the words to practice. The same, they can do it with their parents so that the parents get a little bit more involved, the parents learn together with them. All right. Well, and another one would be, okay, the caretaker, no, mommy or daddy or anyone, says the term in Spanish to the student and they have to say it in English. They have to say it back to them in English. That could be another activity that you can do with the flashcards that you have there on Richmond Spiral. As for the posters, we have there, write a few sentences about the poster. For example, probably you can tell them write two 5-word sentences, because if you tell them write a sentence, they may write a very short one. So you can tell them write 2 5-word sentences about the poster, or try to name different actions, or see how much you can name that you can see on the poster and make a list. That could be a possible activity. Or another possibility would be write questions about the poster and answer them, right? All of this could be done on a word processor, and then they can send that to you. All right. So at the end, I'm gonna answer all your questions. All right. So I know, I see that there are many questions, but we said towards the end of the lesson, we're gonna, of the webinar, we're gonna check that. Okay, I'm gonna try to reply to as many questions as I have time. All right, so some recommendations, teachers, because oh my God, this situation, as you know, is extraordinary, and probably sometimes we have the best intentions, but I think that parents are a little bit overwhelmed right now, and we also need to take that into account. What I recommend is, first of all, keep it simple. Don't try to assign too much for students to do. I would say 1 or 2 tasks per week, or 3 tasks, not very long tasks, right? That would be my first piece of advice. Keep it simple, all right? Second thing, set short, doable tasks. Something that they can actually do, something that is easy, something that is not going to take them like an hour, right? If it takes them 15 minutes, 10 minutes, that's ideal. Remember that our students' attention span is not, well, depending on the level you're teaching, but they are short, generally speaking. All right. Then we have share the instructions with students through a video or document. Sometimes we send them the instructions to parents or something, but probably it's not the same as if they see us telling the instructions. So don't be afraid. Try to record a video with your own phone. You don't even need to upload it to YouTube, but if you upload it to YouTube, that would be great, because that would open the doors to a world of other possibilities in your teaching. Who knows? You may even become a YouTuber or something like that, right? Okay. So Patricia Retamales is asking if Wonder has something on Spiral. Wonder does. Fast Track, I don't know that series. We don't use it in Mexico, but I think not, because I have never seen anything for Fast Track there. Okay. Well, so next thing, if necessary, don't be afraid of using DL1 for the instructions. I know that we have been instructed all our lives not to use students L1, but in this for this, I think it would be useful, because they are going to be working with English. They're going to be answering the tasks in English and everything, so they need to be very, very sure about what they have to do. That's why I would recommend that you, besides giving the instructions in English, you also share them in Spanish, so that there's no doubt about what they have to do, right? Because parents and everyone gets a little bit stressed when they don't know what to do. Or imagine if hopefully the grandma is not taking care of them, but well, so should that be the case, I think it would be important for them to understand the instructions very well. And the last piece of advice, guys, communicate with other teachers, not only with your colleagues in English, but also try to ask teachers from other subjects what they are doing, what topics they're checking. Probably you can recommend they can recommend you to use some websites or some topics that you can use, and they can tell you some strategies that they have used. All right. A comment that I have before we continue is in the webinars, as in any other online meeting, there are going to be times when the connection is not the best. So you may not listen to me or something like that. That could happen. Okay. So don't worry. This session is being recorded, and we are going to make sure to share this recording. I think I can send it to you, because when you registered, you type your email, so I can send it to you when it is ready, when the recording is ready, so that you can check it later on in case you think you missed something. All right. Very good. So now a very important thing, and I think that's one of the things that I like the most about Richmond Spiral. So the question is, how do I share my own resources or YouTube videos on Richmond Spiral? Okay, or you can share not only your own resources and not only YouTube videos, but you can share anything you find on our website. Okay, so it's time for us to explore Richmond Spiral. Okay, so for that reason, I'm gonna exit this PowerPoint presentation, and I already have my Richmond Spiral page open right here. Let me see if I'm still in. No, I'm not. If you're away for a few minutes, it logs you out. Okay, so I'm logging in right now. All right, so this is my consultant account. That's why you can see that I have all the books in the world, right? I have Cookie, the Skyrocket. These are in Mexico. These are available in Mexico, all of these that you can see right now. And we also have Awesome in Mexico. This one is not available in Mexico, but some people who are on the webinar are using these, the same as for Wonder. It's not available in Mexico, but some of you are using it, and we have Achievers, right? And as we mentioned before, every single book has different things. Oh, the old thumbs up is here too. All right, so depending on the book that you're using, you will find different things on your resource tab, all right? Don't ask me why. It was not something that I decided myself. I can go as far as recommending what to upload, and I have done it. I have suggested or asked if they could please upload certain things. They don't always listen, but I can try. All right, so let's go to a class that we have some material on. For example, we have this Cool Kids 2 class. Okay, and we mentioned that these resources are found on the third tab, which is the resources tab, right? We also mentioned that there are two folders. In this moment, the folders are closed. If I click, they are open. The same as for the Richmond cartoons folders. In Cool Kids, as you can see, you have the posters, and they are interactive, and you can share them with students. Okay, so the way I would do it is I would share it, and then I would send a message to my students telling them that I have shared, right, something with them. So, hello guys, I shared a poster with you. You can find it on the resources tab in the Cool Kids 2 book. Of course, I mean, there's no way they cannot find it because it's the only book that they're gonna have, right? I choose which group I wanna send this message to. And you can go as far as giving them more instructions because this is very short. So you can say, check it out and make 4 5-word sentences about the video. Send them to me, send them to my email, because remember, they cannot reply to your messages in Richmond Spiral, okay? So I already sent my message, and let's take a look at this from the perspective of the student, okay? So here I am, Ana Figueroa, the student, right? And I logged into my Richmond Spiral account. Let me log in again because it took me out. Okay, here I am. I have already logged in. I have a message. I can see my teacher's message. Okay. All right, I have the instructions here. And now, as you are gonna see, when the student goes to resources, they are going to find this, what I shared. only what I share is available to them, nothing else. That's why we need to share everything we want them to see. So here is a poster. I can have a little fun with it before I start writing my sentences. All right. And in your instructions, as I mentioned, try to be very, very specific. Tell them what structure you want them to use, give them examples. And as I mentioned, I mean, if you can record a video of yourself giving the instructions, that would be even better. But please, 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 anything you intend to assign your students, model it, or write a model, or show them a model of what is expected for them. If they don't have a model, it's very likely that they will not do what you expect. All right. Achievers use a spiral. Yes, Achievers has a spiral. Thanks. Okay. So this is the way we can share the resources with our students. Let me go back to my teacher's account. All right, and as we mentioned, we have lots of different materials. We have Cambridge worksheets for the videos in Richmond cartoons only for primary, okay? So you can also share them, tell them to print them, etc., etc., etc. All right, so now comes the, how could we say, the difficult part. Now, it's not difficult, but I mean, the tricky part, perhaps. And this part, I think that's something that you may think is the most important one, or the one that you're looking forward to seeing, which is how you can share resources with your students. All right. So I am here on my main page. All right. But before I go ahead and tell you what how you can share it, I'd like you to tell me what it is that you would like to share. What would you like to share with your students other than the materials that belong to your series? Listening, okay, listening. A video from YouTube, audios, PDF activities, instructions videos, worksheets, editables, booklet tests, grammar structures, videos, and listening. Okay, exactly what I expected. All right, so how are we gonna do this? How are we gonna share something with our students? Okay, the first thing would be to upload it to Spiral, right? So let's go to my files. In this moment, we are in the main page, on the main page. Let's go to my files. Here I am. As you can see, I have lots of files that have already been uploaded. And I see here that some files already have in courses, they have something, right? If I have the course here, it means that I have already shared this material with that specific class. But for example, these ones that I have here have not been shared yet. I haven't shared the Megamind trailer yet. All right. Now, I want to tell you, I want to show you what you can upload. So let's take a look. I'm gonna click here where it reads upload. All right, and a dialog opens. And if I click on the letter I can see the different things that you can share. Okay, everybody, can you see my screen? I hope that you can see my screen. Yes, okay, perfect, because somebody told me that they couldn't, and I was a little scared for a moment there. All right, so this is, in this letter I, you will see the different possibilities that you can upload. So you can upload animations, presentations, documents, web pages, compressed files, and images. So you can share a lot of things. And if you cannot share something, don't worry, because you can create a web link. All right. Okay, so I would just need to select the files from my computer. For example, this one. I'm gonna click on open. And in this way, it's gonna upload. Okay, well, I need to, it is already here, right, the document, and I just need to click on upload so that it is there. Now it's in Spiral. Does that mean that my students can see this? Of course not. It's just here in Spiral. It's like floating. All right, so what do I need to do so that my students can see this document? All right, here comes the tricky part. So pay close attention to this. Number one, select your file. All right, by clicking on the, I don't know how you say casilla de verificación in English, but I would say on clicking on the box. Then you need to click on share. After that, you have to decide which group it is that you're gonna share it with. Okay. Now, here is an important message. Select only, well, no, make visible to students. Okay, why do I have this option? Because Richmond Spiral can be used as a cloud too. So you can save documents that can be seen by students, and you can upload documents that are only for you as a teacher. That's why you have to decide if this document is going to be visible for students or not. All right. The next thing is you need to save it to a folder. You can save it to the Cool Kids folder in this case, or to the Richmond Cartoons folder. In the other series, there is a folder that reads our class resources, and you must save it there. In one moment, I show you. All right, so as soon as you have decided the group, if it is visible to students or not, and the folder where you're gonna save it, you click on share. All right, and as you can see now, I can see which group this is shared with. All right. Okay, well, so we're gonna continue. And do you want to see from the student's perspective? Let's see if the student got my material. Yes, here it is. As you can see in Cool Kids, I came back to the student's profile, and now the student can see my document, and he can open it just by clicking there. And he will be able to see the document I shared with them. All right, so well, this is my lesson plan for the session today. Don't look at it. All right, well, so this is how you share a document that you upload. What documents do I recommend? I recommend that you upload, for example, Word documents that you want to share with them, that you want them to copy to their notebooks. You can share your PowerPoint presentations with the vocabulary of the class. Basically, things you want them to do or little tasks that you want them to carry out, or a tutorial on how to do something also using PowerPoint would be a good idea. All right, now we're gonna go and we're gonna check something very interesting, which is this one, create web link. Let's imagine that one day, surfing through the internet, you found a very good video. You're not gonna be able to see the video. I just want you to see the website. Okay, this is in YouTube. As you can see, the name of the video is Kids Vocabulary, Body Parts of the Body. When you find something that you like, please copy the link. Just click on the link, Control-C, and you have already copied that. So we're gonna click on Create Web Link. You have to paste with Control-V. and you give it a title, for example, body parts video. Create web link. All right. So now the video is again on the on Richmond Spiral, and what we need to do now is the same. We need to click on it. We need to click on share, and we need to share it with any class we want to share it with. All right. Make visible to students. Don't forget that. Don't forget to choose the folder, and that's how you do it. So that's how you share your resources with your students. Okay. When you want to find something online, I suppose that you use Google or any other You cannot see my screen, Silvia. I'm sharing it. I'm sharing my screen. Okay, well, sorry if you cannot see my screen. But well, so when you want to search for educational material for our subject, which is English language teaching, I recommend that you always use this kind of what abbreviations, no? Like for example, online activities, online grammar probably, or vocabulary as you wish. And try to include the ELT or EFL or something, something that is related to our subject, so that the search results give you that, what you want. For example, this one, ESL Games Plus, fun games for teaching English vocabulary, games for teaching learning English. This is the list of the games that I looked for. So my recommendation is try to look for whatever you need, but always use ELT or EFL. I'm gonna write them here, okay? ELT or EFL or ESL. Do you know the meanings? ELT, English language teaching. EFL, English as a foreign language. ESL, English as a second language. So always try to use these ones, or even TEFL, TEFL, teachers of English as a foreign language. So whenever you look for material online, try to use these ones so that they can show you something specifically good for our subject. That's a piece of advice I wanted to give you. All right. Now, what else can you share besides YouTube videos? Well, something that I found, and nowadays they have made it available for free because of this situation that's going on, is Quizlet. If you already know Quizlet, well, I'm gonna show it anyway. All right, so Quizlet is a website where you can create your flashcards. For example, here I created some flashcards for personal best, for a book that is for young adults. So here, students can practice and learn the vocabulary, right? So if you want to share this vocabulary set with them, after you create it and everything on Quizlet, you would just need to copy the same as we did with the video. You copy the link, you paste it, and you share it with your students. Okay. Now this offers different activities, as you can see. Okay, wait. Somebody is asking me to repeat how to look for online grammar activities. Okay, to look for the activities, look for specifically what you want. For example, online grammar activities for kids. And never forget to include ELT, ESL, TEFL, ESL, or something. Never forget to include that, because that is going to help you a lot to only find what you need, which is for English language teaching. All right, that's what I had said. All right, now I found, besides this website that I already shared with you, which is Quizlet, and it's a very good one, I also found that the British Council has a lot of resources for us to rely on as teachers. For example, right here we have a part that is present perfect for experiences. So here we have, do you want to practice using the present perfect in English, play our grammar games, and have fun while you learn? And we have the explanation and everything. And here we have the games. Okay, so I have in, right? So we have different types of activities in the British Council, as you can see. We have the explanation, so probably you can record yourselves explaining this, right? And as you can see on the right side, there are lots of different topics. There are lots and lots of topics so that you can use all of them. What can you do? Well, listen and watch, for example. As you can see, here are songs, short stories, poems, etc. Read and write activities, speak and spell, grammar and vocabulary, fun and games. Print and make. So I think you can really make good use of all the resources that the British Council offers. Here even you have some flashcards so that you don't have to create yours. You can find the flashcards right here. And you can download it. I suppose that if you click here, they download to your computer. And what can you do afterwards? Of course, you download it to your computer. You upload it to the Richmond Spiral platform, and you share it with your students, right? So that's what you can do with the things that you download here from the website. All right. In the British Council page, there is not only materials for younger learners, but for all kinds of learners. So as you can see right here, I'm also in the British Council page for learning English, and the same topic, present perfect, but this one is for all their students, right? So we have the examples, we have different activities, okay? In this case, well, students have to do it individually, and the only thing that you can ask them for is that they send you their scores. How much did you get, or which ones did you get right, which ones did you get wrong, so that you can know how to help them in the best way possible. All right. So remember that the British Council is going to offer all of this to you. And those are some of the pages that I recommend mainly, but there are many, many, many more. Another one is BrainPop. Sorry. I didn't register to this one, but you can do it because you teach, and nowadays we can have free access to BrainPop. As you can see here, there is English, so you can create your BrainPop account for free nowadays because of this situation, and you can share also some of the activities that we can find on this website on Richmond Spiral. So you can transform Richmond Spiral into a virtual learning environment with lots of things that you can share with your students. Okay. Remember that anything that you do, you can undo it. All right. So there's nothing to be afraid of. For example, if I accidentally uploaded my exam and I shared it with my students, right? Because that could happen. How scary would that be? I know. But don't worry, if you just need to go to, you just need to go, you can erase it if you want to. But let's imagine that that situation happened. I shared my exam with my students and I didn't mean to do that. Oh my God, what a terrible situation. So if you did that, just let me go to the main website. Okay. It's thinking, okay? Hang in there. Okay, so here I am in my main page. To stop sharing something, again, go to the book, go to resources, find whatever it is that you want to stop sharing, for example, this one. And just by clicking here, the lock will appear again and you stop sharing it and there's no problem, okay? So anything that you do can be undone. And remember that you can also erase and add, or you can do basically anything you want. You can delete what you have shared. You can rename it, right? You can give another name to it. And you can also upload it. So it's a good idea that if you don't want to lose a file, well, this is a web link. I cannot download that one. But if you, God forbid, if you lost a file, but you uploaded it to Cool Kids, you can come back to it and download it from Richmond Spiral. So that's why I told you it's like a cloud, because it gives you the same possibilities as what's a OneDrive or the other websites where you can save materials. All right, guys. So that's what I wanted to share with you. Remember that in Achievers and in Awesome, we have the materials for the book available there in the resources. We have, for example, for Awesome, the reference guide. So you can put into practice a little bit of flipped classroom nowadays. Remember that flipped classroom is when students check the material beforehand and then they come to you only with their questions or with their doubts. In Stopwatch, there isn't much to share with them in our resources. That's why you will have to share a lot of things from that you find on the internet. But I mean, the possibilities are endless. What I'm trying to look for is for Achievers. Let me find it. Here is Achievers. So in the resources, you have all of this. What I would share would be, number one, some of the grammar presentations, not all of them, because if you watch them, you're gonna realize that they're a little bit long. But I mean, the most important ones, perhaps you can share with your students. For example, was and where, right? Or you can find a video on YouTube that explains the same grammar topic. You can share the festivals. The festivals are a great way of working because it's reading. So please also, well, feel free to share these festival worksheets. Students can read it on their own computer and answer it there or by hand. All right. The vocabulary worksheets and grammar worksheets, you can share them or not, but remember they are the same that you have in the study materials. That's why probably it's not worth sharing those. All right. Okay, so as promised, the last 10 minutes of our session are going to be about answering some of the questions that you have posted here in the question in the chat. All right, so let's take a look at some of the questions. Okay, I have already answered some. All right. All right. So yeah, sorry, but for Compass, we have nothing in Richmond Spiral. Unfortunately, the Compass students have their own platform. The Compass users have their own platform. All right. Let me see. Okay, here it says we are using Richmond Spiral. We can find audios, digital book online, etc. Okay, no, it's not a question. It's a statement. I'm checking the questions, guys. Will this webinar help us with achievers? Hopefully, yes. Do we need an account in Spiral? I work with cool kids. Yes, in order to use Spiral, you need to have an account. If you have already registered once, you will never have to register again. The only thing that you need to do is to activate products. In one moment, I show you how to do that. But you need what's the name of this? You need a number. It's like a number. It's a code, product code, or I can't remember the exact name. But how can you get that? You can get it by asking your sales representative for that code for Richmond Spiral. So that's the way you get a code for Richmond Spiral. You just need to say what level it is that you need the code for. Somebody said that the main problem is that you can upload worksheets and files as PDF. None can be answered as Word files. Elizabeth, if you're talking about achievers, I'm sorry, but that is true. Achievers files are all in a PDF format. So it's true, we cannot answer them as a Word file. And there was a page that helped us to change those PDFs to Word, but now I think that it's no longer working. Okay. So remember that you can ask for your code of Spiral to your sales representatives. Patricia Alvisures asked me if she can get the resources for Steve Jobs and the Black Mountain. I think that you're talking about readers, Patricia. These readers have their own website. You may need to look online for Richmond readers, Richmond Publishing readers, so that you can find that website. If you want to send me an email, or you can ask me through in that way, so that I can help you. Okay. Oh, I have someone from Texmelucan. Hello, Erica. Oh, yes, I remember you very well. Thank you for being here. And the same question, if you need a special code, yes, I already said yes. Students don't write very well in first grade, and it's hard, right? Susana Contreras said this. I recommend that students, or that you have them first start copying some words so that they can start getting used to or developing their writing skills. I know that many students are not ready yet. That's why they need a lot of tracing, and some activities need them to write, but you can adapt them and have them only point at the words or read the words or say the words. Okay. What else do they say? Stopwatch, is there a platform? Yes, the Stopwatch platform is this one. Richmond Spiral works with Stopwatch. Okay. What kind of exams can students apply at a first level? Reina Peralta asked. Oh, well, I don't know which series you're using, but many of our series provide you with the exams. And if not, I would say exams with a lot of pictures, and the exams in which they have to circle or to identify the answer, or where they have to color something. You give them the instructions orally, and they have to to act accordingly. About the recording of the webinar, yes, guys, don't worry about it. It's being recorded, and as soon as the recording's ready, I will send it to your email. The email is already registered because at the time that you registered for this webinar, your email was asked. So I already have them. All right, so I will send it to you. Okay, Teresa Vasquez is saying that if I can help her with some submaterial, please let me know what it is that you need, Tere. For Wonder, yes, there is material on Spiral for Wonder. Beatriz Hernandez is saying if I can show you how to share a video from Compass. Sorry, but I don't think it's possible using this platform because the Compass videos are not here. Okay, another question from Wendy Rodriguez. When we send tasks to do to the students in the platform, can we see their answers when they submit to the teacher or just the percentages? All the activities that students do on the platform, you will only see the percentages. It's not very informative. It just tells you how much was right, but it doesn't tell you which specific things were right or wrong, okay? What else? How can we share activities? I think I already answered that question. Video from teacher to parents email. It would be a good idea about the videos that I was telling you that you can send with instructions. You can send them directly to the parents email so that in that way you can be in touch with them and everyone can get to watch the video. Does Achiever use Spiral? Yes. Okay, what about Cambridge tests? What about them, Luz? If you can share them, if you have the file, you can upload them to Spiral and share it with them. And many of our Richmond materials have included some practice tests so that they can practice, and the answers and all the material is here on Richmond Spiral. Okay, so I think that there are no more questions. I'm reaching the bottom. Okay. What about Weblinks? Yes, I already showed you that. Alejandra Donoso, don't worry, Alejandra. Is there any chance to share the interactive worksheet from the Stopwatch series? The interactive worksheets from Stopwatch? Yes, they can be shared. Well, actually, they are there. I mean, the worksheets in Stopwatch are here. Wait, just let me reach that one. I have too many books. I think I went the wrong direction. I should have gone the other way around. It was closer. But well, it's too late now. So here is Stopwatch. These are the interactive worksheets. When your students log into Spiral, they will see this. The study materials are open to everyone. It is the resources, the part that you teacher decides, but the study materials, if you are registered on Spiral as a teacher or as a student, you will see exactly the same, okay? So the answer would be yes, you can. They are already there, they are already shared. All right. Well, I already told you about how to share the activities. What else? Can I join Richmond Spiral with my Santillana account? I work with Achievers. I don't think so. I think you need to have a code to join Achievers, to join Spiral. Remember to ask your sales representative. Okay, podría usar Quizlet en un video para mi clase y los niños puedan hacer las actividades. Of course, you can. That's a good idea. You can record the screen of your computer using Loom. The name is LOOM, or something simple like PowerPoint. PowerPoint helps you to record your screen and you can voice over. So this you can open PowerPoint start making a recording of your screen. Then you can open a Quizlet and voice over and send that video to the parents. That would be a great idea, Genesis. Thank you so much for sharing. I don't know what is learning destinations, Emma. Sorry, but I think it's not on Spiral. I have never seen it there. What material? Tere, I don't know what you need with thumbs up. This is free if you have the Richmond materials, Sandra. If you have Richmond materials, it is free. If not, it's not. If not, I mean you don't have an access. Remember, guys, for those who don't have an access, remember you need to ask again. I'll tell you with your sales representative from Richmond. Okay. Crickets and Gumdrops don't have anything on the web on Richmond Spiral. Crickets has its own website. If you send me an email, I'll let you know which one it is. Oh, Elba wants me to explain how to use the gradebook. Well, just to finish, I'll tell you how to use the gradebook. There are so many other questions. For the pupil who lost her code, please ask for a student's code to the sales representative from Richmond. That's the way you can get it. If we continue with this book for the next school year, do we continue having our materials uploaded? Serena Islas is asking. Yes, you continue with the material, but you need to activate another code. You don't need to register again. You just need to activate a new code from the new material. That is also with the sales representative. Thank you so much, Omara, for your comments. I hope that it was useful. I believe me that I do this with a lot of love for teaching and for all of you and for students. All right, guys. Can we download the materials and share it with students that don't have a computer or good internet access? Yes, you can do it. I mean, the problem would be if you wanted to do something live like this. But even if they don't have good internet, they will download it slowly, but eventually it will be downloaded. All right. So about the codes, guys, I see that there are many questions about the codes. So remember that you just need to tell your representative which codes you need. Just please do not ask for them one by one. Just make get together all the codes that you need and make a document, and you say, for teachers, I need 1 for thumbs up 2. I need 3 thumbs up 2 student codes, 4 thumbs up 4 student codes. So just make sure you have all the information so that the poor sales representative doesn't have to be asking for so many codes, and he can ask for all of them once only. All right. Thank you so much. All right. The materials are for all the students. If you share something, it's going to be for all the students. You cannot only choose one student you want to share it with. How can you gain access to Quizlet? Well, to Quizlet, just go to. Don't even copy the address. Just do what I do. I don't know who asked it. Mildred. Mildred asked how she can gain access to Quizlet. Don't worry about it. Just look it up on Google the way I do it. Quizlet. And in this way, it takes you there. And you just need to create an account. In this moment, I already have my account. But in order to do it, just click on register and you can do that. Okay. About the gradebook that they asked me, there is not much to see in the gradebook. If you have doubts, please send me an email, guys. We have already run out of time. I really appreciate the interaction that I had with you. I can tell that you were paying attention. And yes, this video will be sent to your email, guys. Thank you so much. Lots of love. Be strong and be safe, and try to have fun and develop your skills. This is a great opportunity that has forced us somehow to develop these technological skills. And I'm glad, because I think that we needed that. I'm not glad about the situation, but I'm glad that we are going to be more technologically knowledgeable. All right. So thank you so much. Here is the final slide for my presentation. I'm Ana Figueroa. As I already mentioned, this is my email so that you can get in touch with me. If you need information about the products, the Richmond products, this is the marketing email that we have. And this is where you will be able to see the videos. Go to stage channel Richmond teacher training, but I'm gonna send it to your email anyway, so don't worry about it. If you want to copy this, you can copy this so that you can see it online, but I'm gonna send you the link anyways, okay? So thank you very, very, very much. It was a pleasure. All right, so see you around. Bye bye. Ta-ta. I'm just gonna leave this here for a moment so that you can copy anything, my email or anything you need to copy. All right. If you want to take a picture, go ahead and take it.